Basa to the pack. It is Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend, your daddy's worst nightmare.
Already covered in my previous video that NBA 2K23, the new cover athlete, is going to be Devin Booker. This was confirmed by Shams on Twitter, so it is 100% happening. I'm going to show you the reaction of the entire 2K community and tell you guys what they think and what I think and all that kind of stuff. If you like this kind of content when it comes to NBA 2K23 news and updates, I'm one of the best channels that does it. So if you like this kind of content, please join the pack and subscribe. Let's get this video started. I want to start off with an example. So Daily Loud makes this post, and it's an NBA 2K23 cover of Devin Booker going for a layup, and it is an example of what it would look like. I personally don't like this cover. I think it follows the line of a lot of covers where it used to be all red with the NBA 2K logo, and then regardless of the player, the cover was red, right? Like, I think they stopped doing that by 2K20, right? Because after that, it was Zion, and then blue, and then 2K23 was Luka, so they made it blue again. But before that, it was always like a player and then a red background. So this is like continuing that tradition. I could see them maybe doing it, but I personally don't like it. I just don't think the purple with the red looks good at all. I also don't think Devin Booker just looks interesting at all in this. Like, it doesn't make me want to buy NBA 2K23. I'm gonna keep it 100% honest with you guys, but that's just how I personally feel. But the cover, at the end of the day, I think he did a good job with the edit. It just doesn't look like an interesting cover at all to me. And I wasn't the only one that thought this. I'm gonna say it. Nutsack Network says, breaking, NBA 2K23. You're my player will not start in college, high school, or anything like that. Instead, you're going to start out in the NBA Finals as a bench player, watching 2K cover athlete Devin Booker blow a 2-0 lead. You're my player will not make it back to the finals again. That's toxic, bro. That's actually really toxic. Here's the thing. That's irrelevant. That's not fair to Devin Booker at all. The cover athlete isn't about how good you've done in the NBA, because Zion Williamson shouldn't be a cover athlete, because Damian Lillard shouldn't be a cover athlete then, because Luka Doncic shouldn't be a cover athlete. So it's not fair to say that Devin Booker shouldn't be a cover athlete because he's choked a lead in the finals and didn't make it this year. That's not really the point. That's not why I'm personally upset why Devin Booker is a cover athlete. The reason why I'm upset is because he's one of the lowest rated cover athletes ever, outside of Zion, who doesn't count because that was the next generation cover. And then besides that, it was Ben Wallace with the Pistons back in like 2005. So really, he's been the lowest rated 2K player ever in like the modern gaming industry. So I just think there was so many other players like Jokic, like Curry, that just didn't make sense. And here is another person, Omega on Twitter, says, congratulations to Devin Booker. You are the NBA 2K23 cover athlete. And it's it's when Luka Doncic is smiling at him in the second round when they beat them, which is crazy that they lost to the Mavericks when the Mavericks had nobody, bro. Listen, Jalen Brunson was playing very well, but let's just be real. The Suns had no business losing this series. Again, this isn't the point. The reason we're upset at Devin Booker being the cover athlete isn't this. Because again, there's a lot of players you could laugh at for being cover athletes before, like Damian Lillard being a cover athlete when he lost a bunch. He was in the lead a bunch of times in the conference finals against the Warriors and choked it. So like, there's a lot of examples of Damian Lillard, and no one complained about him being the cover athlete. So I don't think that's very fair at all. I think this is ridiculous. Now for more toxicity on Twitter, the next person, Legend of Eric, says Devin Booker getting the NBA 2K23 cover, and it's a picture of Peyton Hillis on the Browns for Madden 12, which is one of like the worst ever players on a cover in any like sports game ever. And so this got a lot of likes, 36,000 likes, and people were making fun of it. And even though it's funny, Devin Booker's not that bad. Relax, bro. Devin Booker's obviously one of the best shooting guards in the NBA. He can lead a team to a finals. We know how good he is, and he led a team. He's obviously good. He's obviously good enough to be a borderline cover athlete, but I just think a cover athlete is for the superstars. Devin Booker is not a superstar, and I think not a lot of people are going to disagree with me when I say that. No offense to the guys, just because you lead a team to a finals doesn't necessarily make you a superstar. I'm about to say something really rude about Jason Tatum. It's like Jason Tatum, I mean, sure, it'd be a cool cover and all, but is he a superstar? Are there other players better than him? Yeah, so that's kind of a hard one. Even though this is toxic, Eric, I agree with him. And then Jose gives a prime example. Steph Curry should have been the NBA 2K23 cover. Look at this cover, bro. The Finals MVP trophy and Finals trophy Curry with the finals jersey on. They had just won it, like, in San Francisco. Like, oh, it's a gorgeous cover. I think if anybody had deserved a cover more than anyone in the NBA, it was Steph Curry. Steph Curry literally just won a championship. Finals MVP. He's never been a primary cover athlete. He's been one of the cover athletes in NBA 2K16, but he was not alone. He had James Harden and Anthony Davis. This would be the only year that Steph Curry would have been the sole cover athlete, and he still hasn't gotten one. Is absolutely disrespectful. NBA Meme says this, it says all these insane cover artworks for NBA 2K23, and they decided to go with Devin Booker, and it's Steph Curry, two of them great ones. You have one of Michael Jordan in Chicago. This one's also pretty fire, and I mean his number is 23, so it would have made a lot of sense to make it Michael Jordan if we're just being honest, or LeBron James. And then you have a Ja Morant cover. Ja Morant's one of the most exciting players in the NBA right now. Would have been absolutely fire to have him as a cover. And yet they go with Devin Booker. It's just, you know, I'm not trying to be mean to Devin Booker. I'm not saying he's a bad NBA player, but look at these options you had. So many better athletes. And you pick Devin Booker. And even if you're just saying, well, he's very skilled. Like, it doesn't even matter if he's not an exciting player to watch or if he's super successful. Like, he's still a great player. Jokic just won back-to-back MVPs, bro. Like, how is it not at least Jokic, who deserves it way more than Devin Booker? So, very, very odd from 2K. Very odd. The last person, Skylar, depressed Lakers fan, says this. I haven't played NBA 2K in over 3 years now. I'll never wrap my head around the fact that they used Devin Booker on the cover of NBA 2K23 instead of the top two players of all time, who both wore the number 23. It would have been very simple. I know that they're already the Legend Edition, and that we all know that they're going to be the Legend Edition. But let's just be honest with ourselves. Michael Jordan for the Legend Edition, LeBron James for the current edition, or I guess like the regular edition, would have been great covers. They're both number 23. They both wear it right now. I mean, it would have been obvious picks. No one would have complained. We would have rolled our eyes because they've both been cover athletes before. But they're both number 23. No one would have said this was a bad choice. Instead, he picked Devin Booker, where everyone says it's a bad choice. 2K, I gotta be honest with you, this was a major L. Not a fan of the decisions here. I want to know what all of you think in the comments below. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. Maybe the rest of Twitter's over-exaggerating. Do you think Devin Booker is a solid pick as a cover athlete? You're not allowed to be a Suns fan to answer this question. Leave it in the comments below. If you like the channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.